The only way to build a healthy relationship with money in 2025 is to live below your means. Yep, that means spending less than you make. Today, we're going to walk through 13 steps to help you start living below your means in 2025 and ultimately, build that financial stability we all dream of. Let's jump right in. 1. Understand what living below your means really is. Okay, so living below your means doesn't mean you have to become the cheapest person alive or cut out all the fun stuff. Not at all. It's really about making sure you're spending less than what you earn. Think of it like this: you can still go out with your friends, buy the things you enjoy, just do it in a way that fits into your budget. Imagine you love going out every weekend, but you realize you're overspending. Instead of stopping entirely, maybe you cut it down to just twice a month. See? Balance. 2. Know why it's important. Living below your means isn't just some boring money advice, it's the only way to avoid financial problems. It doesn't matter how much you're earning. If you're spending more than that, well, debt is gonna come knocking sooner or later. Even high-income earners go broke when they overspend. So, whether you're making $30,000 or $300,000 a year, if you're always overspending, you're headed down the same path to stress. 3. Know your income. Here's a question: do you know your actual income? Like, after taxes and deductions, what are you really taking home? A lot of people base their budget on their gross income, but that's not the number you're actually working with. You've got to know your net income, what you're really bringing home. It'll keep your budget realistic. 4. Track your expenses. Next up, you need to know where your money is actually going. Do this: track every single expense for a month. Rent, groceries, Netflix, random Amazon purchases, everything. Once you see it all laid out, you might be surprised at where your money's slipping away. It's kinda like looking in the mirror and realizing, oh wow, that's where my money's going. 5. Adjust big expenses first. Now that you know where your money is going, start with the big stuff: housing, transportation, and food. These are the expenses that usually eat up most of our income. So, if your rent is taking up more than 30% of your income, or you're spending a lot on groceries, it's time to make some adjustments. For example, think about where you live. Is your rent too high? Maybe downsizing could save you a ton of money. If you've learned something so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. 6. Be smart about housing. Housing is a biggie. If your rent or mortgage is eating up most of your paycheck, you have a few options. You could move to a less expensive place, or maybe you could get a roommate to help cut costs. Downsizing isn't the most fun thing, but imagine the extra money you'll save. It could make a huge difference in the long run. 7. Choose affordable transportation. Next, let's talk cars. Are you spending a chunk of your paycheck on car payments? It's so tempting to go for that shiny new car, but if it's costing you too much, consider something more affordable. A car is supposed to get you from point A to point B. It doesn't have to be brand new to do that, right? 8. Control your food costs. Food is one of those sneaky expenses that adds up without us even realizing it. Here's a tip: try cooking more at home and cut back on eating out. Sure, it's fun to grab takeout, but if you're doing it all the time, your food budget will skyrocket. Meal prepping can really help you save here. 9. Build an emergency fund. This one is big: start building an emergency fund. Life happens: car repairs, unexpected medical bills, you name it. Having some money stashed away gives you peace of mind. Start small if you have to, but aim for 3 to 6 months of living expenses. It'll save you from a ton of stress when those unexpected bills pop up. 10. Save for future goals. Once you've got that emergency fund in place, it's time to start thinking about your future goals. Maybe it's retirement, a dream vacation, or buying a house. Whatever it is, start putting a portion of your income into savings or investments before you spend on other stuff. Even a little bit each month can add up over time. 11. Limit spending on luxuries. Now, I'm not saying you can't enjoy the finer things in life. You absolutely can, but it's all about moderation. Pick a few luxuries that bring you the most happiness and cut back on the rest. For example, instead of subscribing to 5 different streaming services, maybe just stick to 1 or 2 that you actually watch. 12. Prioritize experiences over stuff. Here's a tip that I think a lot of people overlook: spend more on experiences than stuff. Buying the latest gadget might feel exciting at first, but a great experience, like traveling or spending time with family, often brings longer-lasting happiness. It's all about making memories, not just collecting things. 13. Keep improving your financial habits. Living below your means is a journey, not a one-time fix. Keep reviewing your budget, track your spending, and adjust when necessary. Over time, it becomes a habit, and you'll start to see your financial situation improving. And once you're in the flow of it, it gets easier to stay on track. There you have it. 13 steps to help you live below your means, reduce financial stress, and build a more secure future. Start small, stay consistent, and remember, it's all about making smart choices.